to continue to reduce violence here in Baltimore City. We have the fewest amount of homicides in 50 years on record, and that's because of what we're doing in our comprehensive violence prevention plan. Mayors like myself across the country are leading in this effort. We have said before, we work with our federal partners each and every day. If the president wants to help us continue to reduce gun violence in Baltimore, he could send us more agents to our local FBI, ATF, DEA, for them to work alongside our police department as they already do, helping us to extract gun traffickers, violent drug organizations, violent folks using guns each and every day, because we have a deep partnership with myself, my police commissioner, the state's attorney of Baltimore, our attorney general. We are reducing gun violence the right way here in Baltimore City. We want to continue that effort because we're not saying that we solved this issue, but for someone who grew up here in Baltimore in the 90s, in the 2000s, who was here during the president's first term, where we had 300 plus murders every single year, we are now on the right track and want to keep going down that path and want anyone to be helpful, but it has to be the right way.
Your city has...
This is Brandon Scott. He's the mayor of Baltimore.
Seen this big drop in homicides this year, but it still has one of the highest crime rates in the country, and there are still dozens of people who have been killed. What is your plan to accelerate the crackdown on the violence? You mentioned some...
Yeah, what is your...
What's up, world? How y'all feeling out there today? It's your boy, Knowledge Itself. Like, comment, share, subscribe, all that. Back to the video.
Partnerships that have helped. What measures have you taken that are working?
Hold on. Is he going to say low-income housing, equal opportunities, to basically DEI, essentially?
Yeah, listen, we have our group violence reduction strategy where we focus on the very small amount of people who are the most likely to be the victim or perpetrator of that gun violence. We actually give those folks a letter from me saying we've identified them and given them a chance to change their life, and say we will help them do that. If they don't, then through my police department's investigations, we will remove them and turn them over to our Attorney General here in Maryland, Anthony Brown. Or
You what? You do what? We know you're probably going to murder someone, so I'm going to send you a well-written letter and give you a chance, and then they go murder someone. Now I'm sending the police after you. You shouldn't have done that. Oh my God.
Do not pay your next car insurance bill. Repeat, do not pay your bill yet. So I found this website and
our state's attorney here in Baltimore City, Ivan Bates, for prosecution. We also focus on guns in a very, very deep way. If you are carrying an illegal gun, the police department will remove you, turn you over to our friends to prosecute you. We're investing into community violence intervention work where we are paying people who used to be in that life of crime to now prevent violence from happening. And we're talking about now 3 consecutive years of historic reductions in homicides in Baltimore City. This is not just this year. This is the fewest amount of homicides.
Oh my God. If you have an illegal gun, we're going to take care of you. We're going to get rid of you. Well, you're supposed to be preventative. You're supposed to get ahead of things. You're supposed to be proactive. You're not supposed to be reactive, right? You're not supposed to wait until someone's dead. You're not supposed to wait until a store owner...
I don't totally agree with this guy, but we're going to listen to him.
was robbed and mugged and shot with an illegal gun to then react. You got to be on the crime before it actually happens. That's the point. Oh, but you're going to send them a mean letter, really telling them you shouldn't have. We know you're going to be a criminal in the future, so before you go and murder somebody, just know we're going to hold you accountable.
That this city has ever had through this date, and that's still not enough for me. We want to keep that work going by expanding that work, expanding that partnership, and we also are going to go after gun companies and even gun stores if they are not doing the right thing.
Just attack the gun owners. The same thing Letitia James did over there in New York, attacking the gun owners, because it's their fault, right? not the criminals who get their hands on guns, but the gun owners themselves.
There
the
are
gun,
no simple.
the gun.
He ain't say nothing about the gun owners. I ain't hear him say nothing about no gun owners.
Sellers, the merchandisers or whatever, really telling them you shouldn't have. We know you're going to be a criminal in the future, so before you go and murder somebody, just know we're going to hold you accountable.
That this city has ever had through this date, and that's still not enough for me. We want to keep that work going by expanding that work, expanding that partnership, and we also are going to go after gun companies and even gun stores if they're not doing the right thing.
Just attack the gun owners. The same thing Letitia James did over there in New York, attacking the gun owners, because it's their fault, right? Not the criminals who get their hands on guns, but the gun owners themselves. The gun sellers, the merchandisers or whatever.
Solutions. You talk about progress. That's great news. The president is calling your...
On Baltimore, sir. Thank you. On Baltimore, you said that you are going to have to reconsider bridge funding. Is that contingent on Westmore cleaning up the streets?
No, we were very generous to him on a bridge.
The people of my state, they need me now, and I'm locked in, because these are not glancing blows that are coming to the state of Maryland. These are direct shots. When the President of the United States has now fired over 12,000 Marylanders who are federal workers, people who are doing things like making sure that our food is safe and making sure that our critical infrastructure is protected. When the President of the United States looks at historic floods taking place in Western Maryland, and when we put in for federal disaster relief support, which we qualified for, and we simply get a response from the White House saying support for Maryland is not warranted. When we get an FBI building that we worked for 10 years and across all quantitative levels to say should be going to the state of Maryland, and the President of the United States says the FBI building is not going to Maryland because it is a liberal state. Listen, I don't come from the world of politics. I'm a soldier, and I'm standing my guard. And we are locked in to make sure that our people will continue to grow and thrive and succeed in this moment, despite the fact that we're watching a federal government who seems to make my communities and our neighborhoods some kind of punchline, instead of understanding that when you're talking about the people of Baltimore, what you are forgetting is they're also Americans too, and they hear you loud and clear. The people of my state,
We have other cities that are
they need me now, and I'm locked in, because these are...
very bad. New York has a problem. And then you have, of course, Baltimore and Oakland. We don't even mention that anymore. They're so far gone.
Seriously, what is this guy talking about? So look, here's the reality of the situation. Here in Maryland, we've achieved amongst the most impressive drops in violent crime anywhere in the United States over the past 2.5 years. And according to the most recent data, homicides are down by more than 20% statewide since my inauguration. Baltimore is the safest it's been in 5 decades. And we're continuing to work to make it safer, and not by deploying the National Guard and every federal law enforcement agency, but by working with the community, by working with local law enforcement, by working with local elected officials. And you know who would know that? People who are actually on the ground in the community. So if anybody has anything else to say, I would welcome you to come join us in the community to actually come and learn about what's happening.
We have other cities.
I'm Governor Westmore of Maryland, and I'm out here mic'd up, the University of Maryland football team. Mr. President.
How are you? Don't get hurt.
That's like saying break a leg before you go out on stage.
No die.
That's right. Got him ready. Great to see you.
So nice to meet you.
Listen, we're great to have you.
Great to have you.
It's exciting. It's exciting, man.
Yeah,
Looking forward to working with you too. Thank you.
Now I want to see how fast you can go with them.
Oh, I'm telling you.
Like you can still play.
Probably like, I don't know what, 4-3.
Oh, I like it. All right, I like it. Hey, come. You want me to come block for it?
Yes, please. I need whatever help I can get.
You doing receipts?
Yeah, I'm doing receivers. Yeah. Thank you, sir.
Coach Trail got you.
All right.
Coach Trail, next rep you up, you know.
Here we go. I'm as loose as I'm gonna be.
Let's go, Alex.
How y'all feel?
Alex.
Good to see you, man. What?
Your equipment is hot.
I know. They got me out here and ready.
All right, we're going to go ball.
Okay.
You want to be a slot or you want to go outside? Which one did you do? When you was at John Hopkins.
I was mainly outside.
Outside, okay. You'll be an outside. See you on next.
Okay.
Take a look, as low as $22 a month for car insurance. Your insurance company doesn't want you to see this, but I'm going to show you.
Clarissa Shields is going to be real upset as she gets ranked behind Layla Ali as a great fighter. Something that Clarissa Shields adamantly disagrees with, but a major news article came out and had Layla Ali in a position ahead of her, despite the fact that Layla Ali refused to fight Clarissa Shields for a $15 million payday. Let's talk about that in this video.
Sometimes graduation can also mean for some people that the hard part is now done. You all know that the hard work is just beginning. If you wanted a life that was going to be predictable, then there was plenty other places that you could look. The vast majority of people, when they see danger, the natural instinct is to look away. But that's not your training. The calls that you will get will be in times of urgency. The calls that you will get will be in times of pain. The calls that you will get is when people in our state are having potentially the worst day of their life. That's when you're called. Not when it's easy, because anybody can be called when it's easy. They're calling you when it's hard because you are our best. They're calling you when it's hard because there's a select few that know how to deal with it. There's a select few that can look in times of trauma and not flinch. We now trust you to know that no matter what situation we are facing, this group will not flinch because you've been through the heat and you're just built different. And I'm thankful that you're remembering all of your training and to know that we are here to leave no one behind. Sometimes graduation can also mean for some people that the hard part is now done. You all know that the...
What is your response to the president calling a...
Hey, Marilyn. So today I'm in Baltimore joining the...
Tell my niggas keep their hands up. We made it too damn far just to give it up. And we way too strong. This is a song for the fans. Hey, tell my niggas keep their hands up. We made it too damn far just to give it up. And we way too strong. This is a song for the fans. Hey, tell my niggas keep their hands up. We made it too damn far just to give it up. And we way too strong.
Limu Limo at your service. Here to help you save hundreds by customizing your car insurance with Liberty Mutual. Probably should have gone the other way. Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty. I'm gonna show you how great I am. You really thought it couldn't get any bigger?
Which one of these chumps do you want to save next?
Don't give a pork's knife. Fuck you or not, man. Only thing you should be fighting is your addiction. You train.
Somebody help that guy.
Listen, all me and Mumps want is for you to cut half your body weight, and we got ourselves a...
This is my call out. J. Paul, what's up? What up, J. Paul?
Oh, Gervonta. That's right. Gervonta Tank Davis versus me, baby. But before we talk about that, I need you to answer one thing. What's the world's biggest critique of Jake Joseph Paul?
Everybody keeps calling for Jake Paul to fight a real boxer.
Real boxer.
Real boxer.
The time has come to get in the ring with boxers.
Exactly. Play a real box.
He got himself a real boxer this time.
Well, how about the man himself, an undefeated world champion, knockout artist, Gervonta Tank Davis. The undefeated lightweight champion of the world with a record of 30-0, 28 knockouts. And this one is over! He's been boxing since he was 5 years old and turned pro when he was 18.
Gervonta Davis at 22 becomes the youngest champion in boxing!
And guess what? Just like everybody, he's been running that third grade mouth for years now, saying I need to fight a real boxer.
He got to fight an actual fighter, man. Like a fighter.
Who was somebody you could see him fighting? Like a real you?
Well, little man, congratulations. You got your wish. Friday, November 14th, Atlanta, Georgia. Once again, on the biggest
14th,
platform
y'all.
in the world, Netflix. Gervonta
Can't wait.
Davis versus Jake motherfucking Paul.
Tell what about getting my money and getting out of here.
Let's go. It's gonna be a big day. Big day for the boxing. It's gonna be big.
And don't worry, for all of you Karens who accuse me of being on steroids as the reason for winning all of my fights, we have the strictest drug testing possible for this match. U.S. Anti-Doping Agency. Random drug tests at any moment. Oh, look. They're here now. Hey, you saw that? Me and the guy looking good. See if you're on steroids. Clean as a whistle, contrary to what they say. And make no mistake, I'm coming with an army to this fight. An army of Puerto Ricans. Because us Maricos, fucking local.
Amante la carrera clandestina. Recuerda que las rosas vienen con espina. Vive a su modo, no le importa lo que opinan. Está con su clan representando en una esquina. Oye.
Vamos arriba, Puerto Rico, Pudiera. And since you doom scrollers and keyboard warriors think I'm gonna lose, I sent my friend Brandon to see what the public had to say about this fight.
All right, we're here in New York City, and we're going to ask people what they think about Jake Paul versus Tank Davis. Who do you think is winning this fight, Jake Paul or Tank Davis?
Tank all day. Tank Davis. Tank gonna fuck him up.
Tank killing him.
This nigga knocking this nigga out.
He's gonna bust his ass.
Tank Davis. It's the truth. So do you think Jake's a real fighter?
No.
No. The YouTuber. He's not a real fighter.
Into that box.
I think Jake a real fighter, man. I think he a real fighter. We gonna see. Tank whip that ass.
Get the fuck out of here.
You think this is a fight Jake Paul would take?
No, nah.
He's not ready for Tank. Right? He's too scared to do that bullshit. This is what Tank built for. He not built for this. He's not a real boxer, bro. He ain't gonna take no fight with that dude, because that dude ain't gonna hold back. Tank wouldn't do that. Exactly. He ain't gonna do that. He ain't gonna ruin his reputation to fight this fucking.
This is a real life-size height difference. You still have Gervonta Davis?
Yes. Yeah. Height don't mean shit, bro. That don't mean nothing. He got the height, weight, Tank still.
Size doesn't always matter in some certain cases.
Size don't matter, bro.
Sometimes it doesn't. It's more the wave of the motion of the ocean, not the size of the wave.
So I think you talking about dicks, we talking about a fight. Let's say this fight went down and Jake Paul whooped Gervonta Davis's ass. Would you then consider him a legit boxer?
Absolutely. I definitely would.
He already a legit boxer. Bro. Jake Paul is legit.
You have to put him up there at that point. I hate them niggas, man. Knock that in his fucking gut, yo. Look at him licking his lips like he want to suck some dick. If you could say anything to Jake Paul, what would you say to him? Go back to YouTube, lead the boxing to the box. Fuck Jake Paul, man. Suck my dick, Jake Paul, you heard? Damn!
Well. What's new? Big surprise. Looks like everybody has Tank to win this fight. I know you got him picked! And since everyone clearly thinks size doesn't matter, I want y'all to keep that same energy when I fold Tank in half. Not to mention, Tank has been beating people up my size for ages. Swinging for the fist. But screw all that. Let's see what my friends and family have to say about this fight. So, they signed the contract last night. Gervonta Davis.
Wait, I'm fighting him?
Oh, Lord.
No fucking way.
Yeah.
That's sick.
Yeah.
Your secret's safe with me, guys.
Yeah. Who do you think's gonna win?
Fuck, bro. I've learned not to doubt you.
Dude, let's fucking go.
You got him.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go.
Are you really?
Yeah.
Let's get him, dude. Where is he?
Who do you think's gonna win?
Out of who?
Me and him.
One of you guys gonna get it, baby.
Dude, you're right.
I'm betting on both of y'all.
Dude, well said.
No, that's right.
This
I
is
know
the most
that's
dangerous
right.
fight of my career. This is no influencer, no MMA fighter, no retired boxer. He's been fighting since he was 5 years old, and I have 5 years of boxing experience.
I love this promotion, man. I love this promotion.
2020. I've never fought a
Good
professional
job,
boxer
Jake
this
Paul. Good
experienced,
job,
and
baby.
He's never fought someone my size. He's 30 years old. I'm 28 years old. We're in our prime. If I win, I just beat one of boxing's greatest and pulled off the impossible. If he wins, he gives you all what you want to see and sends me back to YouTube. But if he loses, that whole little image of toughness and badassness goes all out the window. All from the little hands of a YouTuber, Jake Joseph Paul. I promise you, this fight is not going the distance. Someone is getting slept and humbled. The pressure is on, Gervonta, and I am beyond ready to pull off one of the greatest upsets in boxing history against an undefeated world champion. The biggest fight of 2025. Friday, November 14th, Atlanta, Georgia. Netflix, the biggest. 2 knockout artists, 1 winner. Someone's going to sleep. See you soon, little guy.
November 14th, Friday, y'all. State Farm Arena, Atlanta, G8. It's going down. Can't wait. I'm paying for it. For sure. Party over here. Money at the door. Straight up.
When you're the chief human resource officer, swimming in problems is part of the job. But with SAP, AI agents use all the right data to make sure nothing stops you or your people.
Have you ever wondered how the world's currencies are traded? The foreign exchange market, also known as the Forex market, is the largest and most liquid financial market in the world. It's a marketplace where currencies from all over the globe are bought and sold in pairs.
Jake announced that he's fighting Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. Step towards becoming.
Hey, this is Johnny Boy. What's going on? I'm with the legend, Coach Calvin Ford. How you doing, Calvin?
How you doing, man? How you doing?
That's it, man. We're here in Baltimore, Maryland. We're here at the Tank, guys.
Another annual tank giveaway, TTL. Man, they got it going on bigger, man. Outside, crowded outside. All the kids coming in, man. All the things are all.
That's it. We can see the kids, right? Everybody, they're giving out sneakers. The Tank's giving out everything, right?
Shout out to Tank and his team, man. You guys is awesome, man. Salute for that, man.
All for the kids.
Hey, today's my birthday. This is
Oh, happy birthday, Coach Calvin. Happy birthday, man. God bless you. You do a lot of work for the kids. They got to show support
Happy belated birthday, Coach.
to you, you know?
Well, you know, the grace of God and GTD and everybody.
Knowledge yourself, y'all. It's the name of the channel. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. You hear me?
And supporters, man, in Baltimore, man. This is what it's all about at the end of the day, man. You know, showing the youth that we can come together and work together.
Absolutely. And what are you doing for your birthday? Any plans after tonight?
I'm a humble guy. I give thanks to my Lord that I got to see another year.
That's right.
That's when your year really starts, when you get to see that year that you actually come in. And I'm thankful, you know. Right now, I'm just going through my journey. Got a serious fight coming up. Everybody keeps saying, oh, nah. Jake Paul and Tank been going at it for years, and I got to worry about his safety, you know?
Absolutely. How did this fight come about? Because I remember Jake was at the fight with him in Lamont when Javante fought, and I thought it was next, right?
They was talking about this for years. You know, Tank been going back and forth for so long, and people don't understand that, you know? And one thing I can say about Jake, he's good at what he do. And he's been doing it. That's why he's where he's at. And everybody keeps saying, to be honest, this is a risky fight. You know what I'm saying? Anything can happen because I don't know all the logistics besides love, what weight class. There's a lot of stuff I don't know about that. But my main thing is to keep him safe.
Absolutely. And how the weight differences are very big. 135 to heavyweight. How does Tank adapt to that weight?
You gotta figure it out, man. That's why I'm so bad with it right now, you know, because this is a tall glass of water we gotta drink. But I believe in my youngin', always believe in all my youngin', you know what I'm saying? But him, he's our forefront youngin', you know what I'm saying? It gives everybody else hope. You know what I'm saying? And it ain't nothing that you can't do if you don't put your mind to it.
Absolutely. You think Jake is going to be surprised when he feels that punching power from Tank Davis from a smaller man? He's going to hit like a heavyweight?
Because everybody talking about it's scripted, it's this, it's that. I said, Tank hit him with some shit. The bang will come out of him. You know what I'm saying? And I know how that is. He hit me with some shit. I'm going to hit.
It's going to be a good fight, y'all. I promise you. I believe that. Tank and Jake Paul.
That weight class and Tank weight class, you have to be concerned about that. So we got to be laser focused and just do what we do.
Definitely. And after this fight, what happens with Gervonta Tank Davis? Does he go directly into a Lamont Roach fight, the rematch, or Shakur Stevenson? What do you think?
I can't talk about that because that time ain't happening.
Okay.
Until we sit down and talk the next plan. The main thing we have to worry about is the guy we got to stand in front of us.
Yeah, and is it personal between Jake and Tank Davis? Do they really not like each other, or it's just business?
A little bit of both right there. A little bit of both.
They've been going at it for a while.
Everybody keeps saying, I ain't gonna watch the fight. It's messed up his legacy. I've explained something to you about legacy. Legacy don't stop until they put the dirt on it. You know what I'm saying? Everybody does a lot of things in life. Like I had a bad situation coming up when I was young. It turned my life around. Look where I'm at there. So when you talk about legacy, it doesn't stop until you're 6 feet under.
Well, your story was an inspiration on The Wire, right? So you helped a lot of young kids. You changed your life around.
Correct.
You came from a hard background. So if you could do it, anybody can do it. That's the message that you show, right?
That's the message that Gervonta Davis is trying to show to people, right? We're going to go through our ups and downs. If you're a kid coming from Baltimore, man, and going through all the obstacles that you go through and still survive in this city, man, you're amazing.
Ain't no question. Salute.
I told y'all from the beginning, man, that I got the skills to pay the bills. I've been telling y'all that. And I'm just glad I got to show it, honestly. I'm glad I got to show it.
Skills to pay the bills. My man, stop playing. I'm gonna let him
I
talk,
appreciate,
though.
like I said before, I appreciate True Boxing Media. Some guys that didn't count me out. So that's just how I feel, man. I think I won, and I can't wait to do it again. I can't wait to dance again.
Do you want that rematch next? And if so, how likely it is that we're to see that fight happen again this year?
I'm not sure, bro.
Tank the dub, man.
I told y'all from the beginning, man, that I got the skills to pay the bills. I've been telling y'all that. And I'm just glad I got to show it, honestly. I'm glad I got to show it. I appreciate, like I said before, I appreciate True Boxing Media. Some guy.
If you were incarcerated at a Maryland juvenile detention center, you may qualify for compensation established fund over.
He gonna get caught. He'll pop out on you. He get there too quick.
That is, if I'm not mistaken, a 92-pound weight difference. Almost a 100-pound weight difference. It's insane. Let's say it comes in at 200 pounds. It's still a 65-pound weight advantage, which is absolutely ridiculous. How can you be out there claiming to want to fight the best people on the planet?
Several seasoned boxing analysts have cautioned Jake Paul against fighting Gervonta Tank Davis, especially after recent training footage showed Davis hitting with blistering speed and unrelenting power. Pros are warning that holding a fight with such a huge size difference is risky physically and damaging to boxing's reputation. They argue that Paul must take Davis seriously as a legitimate, explosive fighter, not just a content creator turned boxer. Critics say that the recent training footage of Davis suggests that he is not just fast and agile, but also technically sharp and capable of trapping opponents, which presents a real danger if Paul slips into complacency.
Quite surprised.
It's gonna be a good fight, man.
Jake Paul and Anthony Joshua was getting closer and closer for January. However, there have been rumours of Gervonta Davis versus Jake Paul in the past. I think with Gervonta Davis' kind of legal problems in the last month or so and rumours about his retirement, I don't think it's a massive shock that he is taking this Jake fight if it is going to go ahead, purely for the reason that it's a lot of money for maybe not the most difficult job that he's going to have in his career. So it's a
That
strange
shit ain't
one,
got
but
nothing
yeah,
to
it's
do
just
with
another
money,
kind
man.
of day in the sport, really, isn't it? Yeah.
Promoter Eddie Hearn has starkly cautioned Paul about the dangers of fighting Davis. Hearn warned Paul could suffer serious, even devastating consequences. Be careful what you wish for. Hearn deems the bout a mismatch, raising concerns over Paul's safety, despite the match's massive commercial appeal. While he rates the fight's chances as 50-50, his underlying message is clear. In this fight, Paul risks far more than just his record. In Hearn's view, his well-being is on the line.
I think it's extremely dangerous for Jake Paul. You know, I've got the general feedback is the boxing world saying, please AJ, go in and evaporate this young man from the boxing world so he can all get on as normal.
I want to see him fight Anthony Joshua, man.
Beat Anthony Joshua.
Anthony
And the
Joshua.
most
I want to
bizarre
see
thing
him
out of
fight
it
him.
is that
Jake Paul,
genuinely
Anthony Joshua. I
believes
want to see
he
that.
will beat Anthony Joshua. I think that's the only reason we're going to see this fight, but I truly believe you're going to see it at the beginning of 2026.
Daniel Cormier has delivered a measured yet critical response to Jake Paul's decision to take on Davis. He acknowledged Paul's promotional prowess and growing legitimacy, saying, "I respect Jake Paul today," and praising how he has built himself to the point where Netflix repeatedly partners with him. DC couldn't ignore the glaring mismatch in size. Cormier emphasized Davis is the superior boxer, but underscored the stark weight difference. Davis weighed around 133.8 pounds in his last bout, while Paul tops nearly 200 pounds. He warned that if Davis wins, it could completely derail Paul's momentum. Yet the same applies to Davis, who risks serious embarrassment fighting someone so much bigger.
When the Disruptor Challenge is a legend, guys, anything can happen. When a kid that was on YouTube and on Disney walked there.
Tank back to school giveaway. Shout out to Tank, man. Tank Jake Paul fight, y'all. It's gonna be big. USA boxing. It's gonna be big. You heard it, I said it.
Get the crowd.
GTD, back to school giveaway. USA boxing, y'all. Jake Paul, Gervonta Tank Davis. It's gonna be big. Remember that. I said it here. Knowledge itself.
How you doing, man?
I'm good. How y'all doing?
That's it, man. We're here in Baltimore for supporting, Tank's giving the giveaway for the book bags and everything for the kids. He's supporting the community. Talk to me a little bit about that.
I appreciate all the support, man. We do it every year. Thanksgiving, school, whatever it might be, we give back, man. That's what we're supposed to do.
Definitely, definitely. How appreciative are these kids? You see it on their face, like, they're getting all this help.
It's like the day before Christmas, They happy as they can be. And that's what it's about.
Coach Calvin Ford, how you doing, Calvin?
How you doing, man? How you doing?
That's it, man. We're here in Baltimore, Maryland. We're here at the Tank guys.
Another annual Tank giveaway, GTL. Man, they got it going bigger, man. Outside, crowded outside. All the kids coming in, man. All the things going.
That's it. We can see the kids, right? Everybody, they're giving out sneakers. The Tank giving out everything, right? All for the kids.
Hey, today's my birthday.
Happy birthday, Coach Calvin. Happy birthday, man. God bless you. You do a lot of work for the kids. They got to show support to you,
Well, the grace of God and GTD and everybody that support us, man, in Baltimore, man. This is what it's all about at the end of the day, man. Showing the youth that we can come together and work together.
Respect.
Oh, yeah.
Looking for a way to stretch your dollar? With Insurify, you can cut your car insurance bill in half. Scroll through dozens of prices.
Is it? It's mental. It's absolutely insane. Gervonta Davis, I imagine, probably walks around that.
That is, if I'm not mistaken, a 92-pound weight difference. Almost a 100-pound weight difference. It's insane. Let's say he comes in at 200 pounds. It's still a 65-pound weight advantage, which is absolutely ridiculous.
Since the announcement of the Jake Paul versus Gervonta Davis fight, it has become a major topic of discussion in the boxing community. Fighters, analysts, and fans are all sharing their thoughts, predicting how the bout might unfold. In today's video, we dive into the hottest takes from boxing pros, breaking down their opinions on the matchup, potential advantages, and what could ultimately decide the outcome on fight night.
I don't get it. I have no answers. I don't know. Everything I've ever learned, Danny, in my life serves me zero purpose in this day and age. I have
First and foremost, Michael Bisping, in his analysis of the fight, has highlighted the advantages Jake Paul has going in, praising his height, weight, and reach. He noted that while smaller boxers have historically performed exceptionally well, this matchup presents a different challenge. Bisping stressed that despite Gervonta Davis being a skilled boxer and a former world champion, his chances in this fight are slim. He also added that Paul's career progression suggests he is ready to secure another victory and prove himself once again in the ring.
But when you're a boxer that's 6'1", that's only had one loss on the record, of course, Tommy Fury, doesn't want to face him again. Picking on a guy that small would be laughable. It would be embarrassing, okay? It's straight up bullshit. Let's have a look at the reach. Well, Gervonta Davis' reach, 67, whereas Jake Paul has got a 76-inch reach. So he's got a 9-inch reach advantage. And of course, as I said, he's got at least a 65-pound weight advantage. It is ridiculous, yes.
He further said that although Jake Paul started his career as a YouTuber, he has now transformed into a genuine boxing star. His career makes it evident how much his boxing abilities have improved. His victories over well-known opponents like Mike Tyson and Nate Diaz demonstrate his development as a fighter. Bisping also pointed out that many fighters agree to face Jake for the payday he brings.
I agree. Jake has developed into a boxer. Yes, he has. And he's entering rings with boxers. And it's big. Watch this.
As his fights attract massive viewership and generate huge attention, making him one of boxing's biggest draws today.
Tank gonna whip that ass.
If you want to say that. because of the payday. Because Jake Paul is a big name. He is a social media sensation. He's a YouTube star. And now, of course, in the world of boxing, he's one of boxing's biggest stars because he puts on these spectacles like Paul versus Tyson, like Nate Diaz, because these are the fighters, these are the names that attract the eyes. Jake Paul is the B-side to almost every single one of his fights. When he fought Nate Diaz, people were tuning in.
Another important figure, Showbiz the adult, while analyzing this bout, outlined the potential
Shout out to
reasons Tank Davis
Showbiz.
might still prevail. He claimed that Jake is
And my
superior
man
in almost
Fanon,
every
yeah.
way, making it extremely tough for Tank to get a knockout. But he stressed that Tank had to enter with a well-thought-out plan and a well-executed approach. He also said Tank should make the most of every chance that comes up during the fight. Failing to do so, according to Showbiz, would place Gervonta in huge difficulty against Jake, making the challenge even more intense on fight night.
Especially, you know, Jake Paul's bouncing back and forth with the boxing IQ that he has, as little as he has it, but he has experience. So I'm saying, I just don't know how Tank actually gets to him enough to hurt him, right? I guess he gets tired, but even then, if he covers up, I'm not sure. I just don't think Tank would knock him out. And plus, listen, man, if Jake Paul kind of opens up and just swings on Tank, I think his response would be to move around or cover up himself. This fight is so odd, right? In a way, I mean, how it looked aesthetically just doesn't make sense.
Most significantly, Chael Sonnen, a former MMA fighter and well-known fight analyst, has predicted that Jake Paul will defeat Tank. He stated that Tank would have a very tough fight night and suspects that agreeing to this contest was a mistake. Sonnen argues that rather than boxing glory or
Don't nobody
championship belts,
believe that
the event
crap.
is more about business and entertainment. Although his prediction favors Paul's advantage in the bout, he yet noted that Davis has the potential to win and said he would be pleased
Yes, he
if
do.
Tank did.
It's going to be Tank.
All the potential. Tank got all the potential to win.
And I'm only sharing for you.
Stop stunting.
We're not holding this event for rankings or for titles or for lineage. This is a night of business.
That's right.
And I'm going to predict for you now.
What is it?
And we'll know. As soon as this video comes out, we'll know. I would be happy to be wrong. But as far as picking a business partner, when you choose a dum-dum, don't be surprised when he goes out and acts.
Furthermore, Daniel Cormier recently also shared his thoughts on the Paul versus Tank fight, expressing respect for Jake's journey. He remarked that
I
Jake's
wanna know who
professional
that guy
development
was.
and launch were truly remarkable, and that he
Yeah.
is now one of the sport's biggest draws for spectators. Cormier also acknowledged Gervonta as the better boxer and respected Jake for taking on Tank. However, like many others, he highlighted the significant weight disparity, suggesting it could play a crucial role in how the fight ultimately unfolds between the two competitors.
Today, I am much more respectful of what he's starting to build as a professional boxer. I respect Jake Paul today. I respect the work that he's done. I respect how he's promoted fights. I respect
USA boxing. Tank and Gervonta Tank Davis, man. It's gonna be big. USA boxing. Tank and Gervonta Tank Davis, man.
I respect
I can't even, I'm all tongue-tied, tongue-twisted. Excuse me.
better than him. I just don't know that he's so much bigger. It's actually kind of crazy. It's so much bigger.
Further discussing the fight, Daniel also said it carries a huge risk, as either fighter could get seriously hurt on fight night. However, he considers that because of the size and power disparity, Tank Davis has a greater probability of getting hurt. Jake Paul's strategy was also commended by Cormier, who pointed out that every move he makes in his career is well thought out. In keeping with his developing maturity as a fighter, he said that Jake always has a fallback plan in place, ready to adapt if things don't work out in the ring.
Okay.
Danger for Jake Paul, less for Gervonta, but there's some real danger in that fight. Imagine if Gervonta Davis knocks this dude out. People would go absolutely crazy. But Jake knows, right?
I don't think it's gonna
Jake
be a
knows
knockout,
how many are rooting for him to get
but it's gonna be a great fight.
Kid's not stupid. Everything
Promise.
he does, it's done with an idea
I
of how
believe
he
that.
will handle if things go
Like
bad.
Jesus told me. I believe that.
Taking all that into
Heard?
consideration when he took this fight against
Moreover, about this bout, Rolly Romero stated that he does not care what people think about Jake facing Davis. He believes he has a strong chance of defeating him. Jake has already defeated great athletes in the ring and practices like a true professional fighter. Jake, according to Rolly, has improved significantly since the beginning, demonstrating skill and discipline. His experience and training will be essential in the fight against Tank. Rolly's confidence demonstrates that he sees Paul as a serious contender.
He works hard, like bro, he trains, does full camps, like bro, it's not like these YouTube dudes who like go to the boxing gym like for like 2 weeks and think that they're gonna like, no, he trains, does a full camp, strength and conditioning, sprints, everything, you know, spars, non-stop, all that stuff, right? He trains like a real pro fighter. And but you know why he trains like a real pro fighter? He is a real pro fighter.
Have his skills.
I've got to share this. You can get car insurance for as low as $22 per month. Take a look. As low as
Canelo Alvarez and Terrence Crawford is the subject of this video, but specifically Brian Bomac McIntyre, I think, makes a major miscalculation ahead of the fight that takes place this September 13th. Let's talk about that in this video. Whole lot of people that are picking Canelo Alvarez to win. I'm not quite sure what the odds are, but I'm sure Canelo Alvarez is going to come out as the slight favorite, but probably not as big a favorite as many people.
I think Canelo gonna win this fight. Canelo turns Crawford. I'm calling it. You heard it here. Knowledge itself. My channel. I said it.
People think that he is. However, I did hear something that Brian McIntyre, the trainer of Terrence Crawford, something that he said that I really think is a big miscalculation considering everything that Terrence Crawford's team is doing. Before I get into that, though, let me welcome you back to the channel. If you are new to the channel, please accept my invitation.
Shout out to Phenom Boxing, y'all.
Bell icon so you can be notified of when we release more videos. And if you're a longtime subscriber and supporter of the channel, thank you guys so much for your continued support. It really makes a huge difference. Shout out to my guy Matty O. Shout out to my guy Big Mike. Thank you so much for everything that you do for the channel. But let's get into this. All right, so I have listening to Brian McIntyre, who's getting his hair cut, got a nice little fade, talking about the Canelo Alvarez versus Terrence Crawford fight. And he said something in this interview that made me go,
That power ain't gonna be able to sustain throughout the fight. Watch. And he usually slows down between 6 and 7. You slow down, that's a fucking wrap.
That's what you've been seeing in these last couple fights from him?
I mean, yeah. Fuck yeah. I've seen him slow down, going into the later rounds, and I've seen his ass get outboxed.
Brian McIntyre, and I will say this openly, is one of the best trainers in boxing. He absolutely knows his job, and I know he knows his job better than I know his job. So take my observation with a grain of salt. However, Sometimes I get these things right, and I think that Brian McIntyre is making a miscalculation. Now, what do I mean? He basically said that one of the biggest advantages that Terrence Crawford has over Canelo Alvarez is that Canelo Alvarez slows down. And that he says that after round 6, round 7, that Canelo Alvarez usually starts slowing down. And if he slows down against Terrence Crawford, that is going to be a very, very huge mistake. And Terrence Crawford is going to be able to take advantage of that. All right. First and foremost, let me say this. If it was the case that Terrence Crawford was fighting Canelo Alvarez at 147 pounds, or even at 154 pounds, and Canelo Alvarez started slowing down, that definitely could be very, very big trouble against a guy like Terrence Crawford, because Terrence Crawford is an incredible counterpuncher. And if you show him any openings, if you start slowing up, if you start winging your punches, boom, those counter punches and those sharp counter punches are right there. Boom, his timing is excellent. It's all right there for him. Here is my problem. The fight is not going to be taking place at 147 pounds. It's not going to be taking place at 154 pounds. It's not going to be taking place at 160 pounds. It is going to be taking place at 168 pounds. So, Terrence Crawford is going to be putting on a lot of weight. He is not going to be walking into the ring. He's walking around at about 181 pounds. That's the weight that I saw on a scale for him before, right? So say he comes in at around 166 pounds, 167 pounds. That is still 14 more pounds than he has ever weighed walking into a ring or fighting in a ring before. And if anybody has to worry about slowing down, it's Terrence Crawford, because Canelo Alvarez is going to be having the same amount of muscle, the same conditioning for fights that for a weight class that he's been in for years. Why Terrence Crawford is going to have to adjust to that body weight in a real fight in real time. That is, so if I had to guess about who has the biggest risk of slowing down, Terrence Crawford has the.
With Thrivent, your personal finance.
Well, Baz, it's time for our bantamweight title special attraction, Jerwin, the Gladiator Asilo Tenshin Nasukawa.
偶然のバッティングによる負傷で試合続行不能の場合、4ラウンド終了までは不死。那須川天心ボクシング転向5戦目、世界挑戦へのパスポート、じりと前に出てくるアシロ。アシロ選手はやっぱり上タイム柔らかいんで、上下に打ち分けていくっていうのは、足がフェイントをかけながら左に。
Can you remember who your opponent was back in April 20th, 2013? Who your back to? Austin Pro. November 2nd, 2019, Kovalev.
September 15th, 2018. Say me again? September 15th, 2018. Golovkin. Can you remember who your opponent was? Like April 20th, 2019. Who you thought you said? Austin Trout. November 2nd, 2019.
Let's go. 1, 2. Hey, man.
Hey yo, who the fuck was that? Hey yo, hell no. That was Terrence Crawford.
Let's go. 1.
Who the fuck let him slap him like that, yo?
Hey, man.
Yo, I wish I had no, bro. Steven Nelson.
Hey, man.
Hey, yo.
Let's go. 1.
Why would you?
2.
Yo.
Hey, man.
Ain't no way, bro. I wish I would. Hey, yo.
Let's go. 1.
Oh, man, that was a good laugh right there, shorty. Dang. You ain't gonna be slapping that fight though, You ain't gonna be slapping that Canelo fight, you hear me? Yeah. Ain't no slapping in that fight there. Oh, that's Mike on the bag with Canelo. Hold up, shorty. Let me see.
Yo, what's better than a great touchdown? 5 great touchdowns.
Jamal Charles is cooking.
See, those are grown man touchdowns.
If he's not jabbing, he has no defense. If he's not going to jab, the guy's going to walk right into him, like he did. Next fight, use your jab, different fight. So you can anticipate the combination. If he was flipping the jab, the guy wouldn't do the combination. When he was jabbing, Canelo should remove it, flipping the jab.
Mike Tyson caught the boxing community off guard by presenting Canelo Alvarez with an unusual tactical suggestion for overcoming Terrence Crawford in their much-anticipated bout. Meanwhile, Terrence Crawford shared his excitement about stepping into the ring with another top-tier champion like Canelo, expressing that their September 13th meeting will be a night fans will remember for years. He spoke with genuine enthusiasm, confident that their clash will deliver the kind of high-level action that keeps boxing alive in the hearts of its supporters.
I'm definitely honored to be in that situation and a position to share the ring with another great. You know, it's going to be a hell of a night come September 13th.
Crawford went on to acknowledge that both he and Canelo dealt with backlash following their most recent performances, admitting that critics are eager to see them redeem themselves. He promised that he will be bringing a far more assertive style into this fight, urging viewers to expect relentless action from the opening bell. According to Crawford, this is not just about winning as it is about proving to the world that he remains one of the most dangerous fighters in the sport.
People criticised his performance against William Skull. Did you take more confidence from that fight?
A lot of people criticized my last performance, so, you know what I mean? We both need to step it up, I guess.
That's one from me, Terrence. Obviously, we've seen Turkey Al-Sheikh mention no Tom and Jerry fights. You've said yourself you're going to put it on him, you're going to come for him. Do we see an explosive Terrence Crawford that people won't have been expecting to see?
That's why you got to watch the fight so you can see.
I'll get a message to Canelo.
See you soon.
Mike Tyson, however, offered a cautionary perspective, stating that Crawford should avoid taking this matchup because of the significant difference in size between the two fighters. Tyson pointed to Crawford's less than dominant moments against the bigger and awkward Israel Madrimov, suggesting that such physical disadvantages could become a serious problem against someone as powerful and skilled as Canelo Alvarez.
Crawford don't run. His chances are slim.
Canelo. You know, I don't like that fight.
Why not?
I don't like that fight. It's just too much.
If Crawford don't run, His chances is slim. You hear me? Slim to none. Canelo is whopping him.
Wait, you know, and
Knowledge
he had a close
yourself.
fight with the last guy he fought, Terrence, but this guy was big and he was awkward. He was really awkward. He shouldn't have fought
Share,
that guy.
subscribe,
So the
comment,
guy
all
was,
that.
He just come straight at him.
You
The guy
heard?
was too awkward. He's hurt the jerky.
In another remark, Tyson gave Canelo a direct piece of advice to lean heavily on his jab as a primary weapon against Terrence Crawford. He explained that a sharp and consistent jab could disrupt Crawford's rhythm, limit his offensive bursts, and create openings for heavier punches later in the fight. Tyson stressed that using such a basic but often underestimated tool might be the key to breaking Crawford's game plan.
If he's not jabbing, he has no defense. If he's not.
I'm trying to learn how you work this thing.